Myself, Naveen Kher, I'm studying in first year MBA Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Sections B, Subject Statistics for Managers 104, Topics Measures of Dispersions under Variance, Standard Deviations, and Range. Meaning of measures of dispersions. Measures of dispersions, also known as measures of spread, or statistical tools used to describe the variability or spread of the data points within a dataset. Theory provide information on how the data points are distributed to around the central tendencies called as meaning of measures of dispersions. Variance, it means refer to the variance is a measures of the dispersions that calculate the average of the squares differences between the each data points and the mean. It represent how spread out the data is from the mean values. Formula of the variance. Variance equals sigma open the bracket x1 minus x bar whole square divided by n. It is the variance formula. Advantages of the variance. Sensitive to all data points. Variance takes into the accounts every data point, providing a more comprehensive understanding of the data spread. Next point is provide detailed information. Variance offers a more detailed picture of the data dispersions compared to other measures like a range. Next point is useful for the further analysis. Variance is a crucial component is the many statistical analysis such as hypothesis testing, regression analysis, and analysis of the variance. Disadvantages of the variance. Sensitive outliner. Variance is still affected by extreme values which can skew the result and provide the misleading representations of the data spread. Next point is difficult to interpret. Variance is the expressed in a squared units of the making it challenging to understanding and interpret, especially for non-technical audiences. Next point is not easy to comparable. Variance values can only to compared between database with the same units of measures. Next one is standard deviations. Standard deviations is a measure of dispersions that calculates the square root of the variance representing the average distance between the each data point and the mean. Standard deviations equals sigma root of sigma x square divided by n minus sigma x square whole square divided by n. This is for the standard deviations formula. Type of the standard deviations. First one is population standard deviations. Calculate the standard deviations for the all entire populations. Second one is sample standard deviations. Estimate the population standard deviations using a sample of the data. Advantages of the standard deviations. First point is easy to interpret. Standard deviations is expressed in the same of unit as the data, making it is easy to understanding and interpret. Second point is sensitive to all data points. Standard deviations takes into the account every data point, providing a comprehensive understanding of the data spread. Last point is useful for the further analysis. Standard deviations is critical components in many statistical analysis such as the hypothesis testing, regression analysis, and analysis of the variance. Disadvantages of the standard deviations. Sensitive to outliner. While standard deviations is less sensitive to outliner compared to the range, it can be still be affected by the extreme values. Next point is assumes normality. Standard deviations assume that the data follows a normal distributions. If the data is skewed or as outliner, standard deviations may not accurately capture the spread, not suitable for ordinal data. Standard deviations is an appropriate measures of dispersions for original data as it assumes the equal intervals between the consecutive values. Range. The range is the measures of dispersion that calculate the differences between the largest and smallest values in the data set in presents the spread of the data. Formula for the range. Range equals maximum value minus minimum value. This picture representing the auto calculations of the range. Advantages of the range. Easy to calculate. The range is the simple to compute. It is only required finding the difference between the largest and smallest values. Easy to understand. The range is the straightforward concept, making it accessible to those without advanced statistical knowledge. Next point is quick snapshot. The ranges provide a rapid indications of the spread of the data. Disadvantages of the range. First one is sensitive outliner. The range is heavily influenced by extreme values which can skew the result. Does not provide detailed information. The range only provides a general ideas the spread without revealing the distributions of the data. Last point is not suitable for largest data sets. As the data set size increased, the range become less representative of the data spreads. Conclusions of the measures of dispersions. First one is range. Simple to calculate but sensitive to outliner and not sustainable for skewed distributions. Next one is variance. Provide the detailed information but sensitive to outliner, difficult to interpret and assume numerically. Standard deviations easy to interpret, sensitive to all data points and widely used but sensitive to outliner, assume normality and not sustainable for the original data. Quarter deviations. Outliner easy to understand and useful to skewed distributions but not widely used as the measured. Thank you.